Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and today I'm going to be reviewing how to fix a drug scandal. Now this is a Netflix documentary about Sonia Farrick and Annie Dulac, I think her name is. Might have got that bit wrong. But it's definitely Sonia and Annie. Who they tamper with evidence, whether that be they basically are taking out drugs from samples that they have to test if someone has been in possession or has been taking drugs, sort of thing. So they'll be sent a package of drugs. They'll have to test them. Is it a drug? Is it not? Then they fill in some paperwork and then send it off, and that either convicts or doesn't convict someone. So yeah, it's about this massive drug scandal that led to the release of about 35,000 prisoners, and that's in the state of Massachusetts in America. Now it's a very, very interesting story. At the bulk of it, it's very intriguing to see how they did it, why they did it, and how long it took to actually for the convictions and stuff to have an impact. It took way too long, way too long, and it's really intriguing. But my God, is it a slog? Oh, it's so much of a slog. It's ridiculous. It's about 4 episodes, 50 minutes per episode, and honestly, I've gotten to the end and I'm bored. They've managed to make something that was really interesting boring. Now, there was a show not so long ago on Netflix called Don't Fuck With Cats. Now, Don't Fuck With Cats, it was a very good documentary, and this seemed, by the trailer, to have a very similar feel. How wrong I was. I think they tried to go down that route, but it just didn't work. If I remember right, Don't Fuck With Cats was about 3 episodes long, and this one was 4, and this one had a story that for me could have taken less time to basically tell. You tell a story, you try and get the main bits, you try and get the interesting bits. This one, there was a lot of slogging in it. Really was a lot of slogging, and you want it to get to the point. Fair enough, if you're really interested on this case, so interested, this is perfect for you. If you already know about the case and you're interested in it, brilliant. This is so good for you because it goes in so much detail. But for a casual, just a normal everyday person that went, I'm intrigued, what happened here? What was this? You want the main bits. You don't want the boring bits. You don't want to know, oh, they researched this, they did that, they did this, they did that, they didn't do this, they did that, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. You don't want to know that. You don't want to know the ins and outs of every single detail. You want straight to the point. Here's what happened, here's what happened, here's what happened. Okay, maybe dive into something a little bit more on certain aspects. But you don't need it. You don't need it. I was bored, right? Episode 1, if I didn't do this, I would have turned it off. And I don't turn off TV shows. I would have turned it off after episode 1. 2 and 3, it picked up. At the end of episode 3, I thought, okay, it's left off a bit weirdly, but in the end it didn't finish that bad. Then there was episode 4, 50 minutes longer, and that one was a slog. To be honest, that first episode and that 4th episode could have been halved, and then all the other information rejigged around in terms of episode information, and you could have had it 3 episodes long. Easily could have had it 3 episodes long. the fact that there was an added 4th episode, like, for some, like, I'm not saying 4 episodes for any show is long, it's not long at all, but if there's no information to tell, you're telling pointless stuff at this point, you know, you're going into far too much detail. The fact that I counted the one clip of Sonia, it was like an actress playing Sonia, in the Court of Justice, giving her testimony, the same clip was used 3 times during the whole thing, and that was from the first time to in the last episode. 3 times. And not once did the information change, not once did anything, like, not once was anything different about it. There was nothing different about it whatsoever. And it really annoyed me. Because it was like, okay, you've given us this, okay, what piece of information there have I heard before but I didn't realise was relevant? Nothing. It's the same piece of information that they just bang on about. And it's no fault of the living people that went through it, that gave their accounts of what happened. It's the production of the show. It didn't work. I'm sorry to say it, but it didn't work, and it wound me up because all I wanted to do was turn it off. And that is the worst feeling. I hate putting on a movie or a TV show and sitting there wanting to turn it off. This was one I wanted to turn off, and I can't believe 4 hours of my life was spent watching this. Now, I'm not saying for you it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be interesting to you, because it probably is interesting to you, but like for me, if you want to turn off after the first episode, then don't bother. Just turn it off, because it literally and research it. Research a short synopsis of what happened. Like if you're not interested after the first episode, because the first episode, if you're at the end of that one, you're like, maybe it'll pick up, right? You'll get to the 4th episode and you'll just be drained. I was drained, and sometimes after watching a TV show I feel drained emotionally, you know, because I'm so invested in the programme, you know, people are dying left, right and centre, this is going on, this is dramatic, and I'm drained, you know. That didn't happen. For a documentary, now, documentaries are either really good or they can be boring. This was on the boring side for me. I don't know about you guys, but it was. And it really did get on my nerves. I thought this story deserved better, especially after the entertainment of Don't Fuck With Cats. Like, yes, okay, that story, naturally, it grips you probably a little bit more than this one. But is that needless to say that this story isn't interesting? Not whatsoever. This story is very interesting. You know, really, really interesting to know what happened and all this. But, I mean, it could have even been put into one special sort of thing, you know, or something like that. Like, it felt way too long. Way too long. And I know I keep mentioning that, but it really wound me up. And at the end of it, I've not long just finished it before sitting here recording this, and I feel drained. I already feel less motivated for the day because of how much time I've wasted on this. I'm not going to dwell on this any longer. I've said my piece. I've said it. And I think let's just move on. You know, for me, this was not good. And that's it. You know, is it an interesting story? Yes. Was it portrayed correctly? Not at all. If you guys have watched this, put it down in the comments below what you thought. Did you like it? Did you not? Did you think it was too long? Because for me, it was definitely too long. I don't be scared to disagree with me in the comments. Like, I have to say that anyway. You're never going to stop. Hit that like button if you like this video, even though it was a bit negative. But if you watched it and you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Show me that you liked it. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I've got loads of stuff coming out like this. Hopefully less negative than this one. and yeah, we can move forward. So yeah, that was my review on how to get away with a drugs. This is my review on how to get rid of a drug scandal. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!